Shalom, sweet people. I am Maker Strong. My Maker makes me strong. And in this installment of I Left Babylon and So Can You, I wanted to talk about a couple of things that are just like right in the forefront of what's happening to me today. Now, of course, I do want to make a commentary about the situation in Ukraine and Russia. And then I also want to talk about my books, the one that I published already and the ones that are upcoming. And but I do need to tell you guys about a couple of things. Now, on March the 13th, 2022, a lot of places in the world experience a time shift, which is the daylight savings time. And everybody in the DS, well, not everybody, because some states don't move, but a lot of the states sprang forward. So they set their clocks ahead. Now, where I am, we don't set our clocks ahead. Now, usually we are in line with some states time-wise, but when they moved, we didn't. And we won't move for another 3 weeks. So it's kind of like one of those things that I had to get used to. And I'm not sure if it's a big deal to a lot of people. It might not be. But I know that when I've said certain things to certain people about the time difference, they're like, well, wait a minute, what, you guys don't move your time? And they're like, no, well, we do, but it's going to take us 3 weeks. And then they're like, well, why? I don't know the answer. I just know that it is. And so that is the way it is. And so that's one thing, like if you weren't sure about that, or you didn't know anything about that, I would say, like for me, I work online and I work for a company that's on EST. So when they moved, I'm usually an hour behind them, but because they sprang forward, I'm going to be 2 hours behind them until we catch up. And so that's one thing. And then another thing that I want to talk about real quick is there is a water ration that we are observing that I had no idea about until today. And so I didn't know that they were talking about the main water supply for the city being like that they haven't received enough rain, and that they've been telling people ration the water. Well, I guess maybe the people haven't been doing it. So they did it for us. And so I went to wash my hands and the water was off. Good thing I have Germex. But anyway, this is not a sponsored or paid video, by the way. Anyway, so I am here waiting because what I was told was that they will turn it back on. They only turn it off for a few hours and then they turn it back on. So we have no water, but it's not because I didn't pay the bill this time. It's because there's a ration on. And of course, I know the question is, does something like this make you want to move back to the DS? And my answer is a resounding no. And so it's just something you have to get used to. Wherever you go, you have to get used to things. And it's whether you can stand it or not. Like, is it something you can do? Well, this is doable for me. I mean, I think I would be better prepared next time. We do have some bottled water, but that's mainly for us to drink. But the good news is we do have it and we can wash our hands. But yeah, I would like to be better prepared next time. And the thing is, I don't have a TV, and they put those postings out on TV. So, it is what it is. I'm okay with it, and I'm happy to be out of the DS, and I will talk more about my thoughts about that in a later vlog. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying your lives. I sure am enjoying mine. And I wish you all shalom.